Hi there friends, welcome back. Today I have my April favorites for you guys. I have attempted to film this twice. One time I tried to film it and the sound was out. The second time I tried to film it, I got sick to my stomach for some reason, so I had to stop filming. But today I am going to film everything, get it out to you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to show you is this Tresseme Texture Dry Texture Finishing Spray. This is a really good texture spray. It separates all your curls, it separates your strands, it gives you volume, and it makes your hair smell really, really good. So I've been loving this. I hadn't picked up Tresseme products in a long time. So when I saw this, I definitely wanted to try it, especially the fact that it has that big word texture on the front. It kind of like just lured me into like trying it. But yeah, I've been loving it. I think it's a great product and it's not very pricey either. So yeah, if you're looking for a good texture spray, I would definitely try this one. So I have 4 eyeshadow palettes that I want to show you guys. And one of them is the BH Cosmetics Digital Future palette. This is what it looks like. It's a very beautiful kind of like hologram type palette. Then on the inside it has these beautiful spring summer shades. I actually did a spring look using this palette and I really love the way it came out. These shadows worked so well on my eyelids. They have great pigmentation. They blended really well. I especially love the bright colors in here. And I will say that when you do use those bright colors, that they look just like what they look like in the pan. They come off really vibrant on the eyes. And so yeah, I've really been loving this palette. I think it's a great palette to lead into spring and summer. The next palette that I was super impressed with was the Essence Earth palette. I purchased this palette from the Ulta store right before the stores had closed. And when I saw this, I absolutely loved like the earthy tones in this palette. And I'll show them to you. They're really, really beautiful. I did a look using this palette and I could not believe how beautiful these shades went on the eye. I've used Essence palettes in the past and they do have some really good palettes, but I've never used a palette from Essence that had this much pigmentation to it. So I really love the shades in the palette. I think a lot of these bronzy tones are going to be like perfect for summer. And I especially love the green tones that are in there too, because you can get a really beautiful bronzy look using the bronze tones and adding a touch of green to it, and it looks so pretty. So yeah, I've been loving this. The next palette that I've been picking up and really haven't put down, I've used this palette with a lot of eye looks that I've been doing, and it is the Profusion Mattes palette. So I purchased this palette at Walmart, and I know this palette was not more than $10, but I purchased this online and I actually went online to see if they had more of these so I could tell you guys, and they're completely sold out. So I know you can't get it on Walmart, but I bet if you go onto profusion.com, you'll be able to find this palette. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you guys know I love Profusion products. I think a lot of their shadows are just as good as some high-end shadows, and I really believe that when you do purchase a Profusion product, you're gonna get some really good quality shadows out of it. And not only that, the price point of these palettes is excellent. So if you're new to makeup and you wanna try some really good shadows that are easy to blend, that have great pigmentation, that will look beautiful on the eye, I would definitely start with the Profusion palette, because those palettes are super affordable and the payoff is there. So I have been loving this palette. It has been one of my go-to palettes. I've been especially loving this for work as well, because at work I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I do love to wear this palette in the crease and then I'm good to go. I did mention this in my haul, that this might be close to or comparable to the Violet Voss. I will say that it's not as good as the Violet Voss, but it's very, very close. The Violet Voss Vibes palette are a lot more creamier than these shadows. These shadows are powdery, guys. So I think if you don't want to spend the money on the Violet Voss and you want to buy something affordable that is really good, then I would go with this. But with me, I really don't mind fallout as long as it performs well. So I tried this palette, and I would say that if I had to pick one palette out of all these 4, this would be my most favorite palette. It's the Pat McGrath Rose Divine palette. Guys, this palette was so impressive to me because it went on the eyes so beautifully. These shadows are super saturated, super blendable, and not comparable to a lot of her palettes. A lot of her palettes that are like this, the bigger ones, I really found that they were harder to use. It was hard to get like the pigmentation from them. It was hard to blend them in. I just felt like they were just a lot harder to apply than this one. So if she starts making a lot of her new palettes like she does this one, then I'm definitely gonna start buying them, because this is a game changer. It really is. I feel like these shadows were super creamy and just super easy to apply. So yeah, if I had to choose from all four of those, this would actually be number one. So I have two highlighting palettes I want to show you. One of them is the Anastasia Nicoleguerrero palette. I actually purchased this palette when it first came out, which was I think in 2017, and it's recently been relaunched. So I pulled it out of my stash and I started using it again, and I fell back in love with it. Now these are really pigmented and they really give you that highlighted glow. So if you're into that, this is a great palette to go for. I especially love Glow Getter and Daydream. I think those are my most favorite out of the palette, but I've actually used all the shades. I will swatch a couple of these for you, because especially the ones I like. That is Glow Getter and that's Daydream. Daydream's more of like a peachy tone. That's what I actually have on my cheeks today. As you can see, it's really, really pretty. And I'll swatch it on the back of my hands. See how beautiful and glowy these are? They're so, so pretty. And then of course you've got other shades in here. This one I think it's called Forever Lit. Oh yeah, this one is the one I probably use the least. This is Forever Lit, only because it has that iridescence to it. And then these other shades are super gorgeous. I'm just gonna swatch all of them for you. So that's 143, that's Kitty Cat, and Forever Young. But those are the other shades. These are just so creamy and glowy and just so beautiful on the cheeks. So the next palette I want to mention is the Wet n Wild Hello Halo Blush Lighter, and it's in After Sex Glow. It's a really beautiful highlight. I really love this peach shade here. Now this peach shade is not like the peach shade in the Nicoleguerrero, that Daydream shade. This is it right here on top of that. As you can see, they're two totally different shades. They still both have peachiness to them. The Wet n Wild has more of a peachy pink tone to it. It's just a really beautiful highlight. Now the other shade here is very, very similar to the Glow Getter. Now the only difference is this one might be a little bit lighter, but it's super, super similar. So if you don't want to buy the Nicoleguerrero and you just want to get a really beautiful peachy pink shade and a nice champagne gold, then I would definitely go for the Wet n Wild one. But both palettes are super beautiful, super creamy on the skin, and I've been using both of these every time I do a highlight. So a primer I've been loving is the Tatcha the Liquid Silk Canvas. This primer is amazing. I do not have to use any other pore filling, refining primer on my skin when I use this product. This is all I need for my entire face. It goes on so silky, it goes on so smooth, it smooths my pores, it makes my makeup go on flawlessly. I feel like this is gonna be my holy grail of all primers, because this is all I have to use. I don't have to use anything else but this. But yeah, I've been loving this, guys. It is a great, great product for the skin. It has the same ingredients and the same benefits as the balm. The only difference that I like between these two is the fact that this one's a liquid and that this one is easier to apply and that it doesn't tug on my skin. I love this one, but I didn't pick it up as much, and I think it's because it's a thicker consistency and it does pull on the skin just a little bit. So like I said, this is probably gonna be my holy grail of all primers. So I've been wanting to change out my SPF. I've been using the Elta MD in SPF 46, and I've used that for a long time now. And I do love it for the winter months because it has a more moisturizing effect to it. But I was looking for something that I could actually wear during the summer that would not have a super moisturizing effect, but that would actually sink into the skin and protect my skin with a high SPF. So I did find one that I absolutely love, and it's the Colorscience Sunforgettable Total Protection Face Shield. And I have the shades Glow and Bronze. So I purchased these during a sale that Colorscience had. I think they had 30% off. And I went ahead and purchased Glow and Bronze. because I wasn't sure which one I was gonna like. It ended up that I really love both of them. I love them both for different reasons. The bronze gives me like a healthy, bronzy tint to the skin, and the glow just gives me a nice glowy canvas to the skin. Now they're both glowy products, but this one doesn't glow as much as this one. This is more of like a tinted version of the sunscreen, but I'm going to show you both of them because I do want you to see how they both look on the skin. I do have the bronze one on today underneath my makeup. You do have to shake these really, really well, guys, so that it can mix the product inside the bottle. Okay, this one right here is the glow, and this one is the bronze. And they're both super, super beautiful on the skin. So I do want to read to you a little bit of information about this product that's on their website. It says it has their exclusive Enviro screen technology to provide 100% mineral protection from environmental aggressors such as UVA, UVB, pollution, blue light, and infrared radiation. It's water resistant up to 40 minutes. It's SPF 50. It has a natural looking lightweight coverage. It's hydrating, antioxidant rich, 100% mineral, chemical free, elegant, non-greasy formula suitable for all skin tones and types. It's dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic, free of parabens, sulfates, phthalates, oils, dyes, and fragrances. So this has been an absolute favorite for me. I really feel like when I put this on my skin, that it sinks into my skin, it protects my skin. It doesn't have a greasy feeling. It doesn't have a strong sunscreen scent to it. So I'm excited that I've tried this and I love it. There's a lot of benefits to this product. This product really does great things for my skin. And I feel like this might replace my Elta MD for good. So I have some bronzers that I want to show you guys. The first one is a liquid bronzer by Bare Minerals. It's a Bare Pro Glow, and this one's in the shade Warmth. I've actually put this over my foundation when I'm done with my foundation, and it gives a beautiful warm bronze glow. It blends in beautifully. It doesn't move the foundation. I especially love it for the shade that it is. It's a very warm brown toned bronzer. But guys, this just blends in so beautifully into the skin. Do you see that? And it leaves a beautiful sheen too. So yeah, I love this on top of my foundation. Usually what I'll do is I'll take a pump, then I'll dot it all over those areas where I want the bronzer, and then I take my sponge and just kind of blend it in. And it looks really beautiful, very seamless on the skin. Anyway, I did want to mention that. And another bronzer I've been loving is the Morphe Glambronze-Originator. So this is the shade here. This can actually be used for your face and your body. I've used it for both, and I really love it for both. I don't know if this is water resistant or waterproof or anything like that, but I do love it to add just a little bit of color to my décolleté. I love the warmth of this one as well. I'm gonna show it to you guys. It is really, really pretty. That's the shade there. That is such a beautiful bronzy tone. I love it. So yeah, love this one. And then another one that I've been loving that's not really a bronzer, but I use it as one, and it's by Black Radiance. It's the Soft Focus Finishing Powder in Milk Chocolate Finish. And this is the packaging, but this is the shade right here. It is so, so pretty, guys, on the skin. This one has more of a red undertone, not too much of a red, but has a little bit of red in there. And that's it right there. As you can see, it's a lot darker than the Morphe one, but it is very pretty once you blend it in. Do you see that? So, so pretty. Now the Morphe does have like a little sheen to it. This one doesn't. It's more of like a matte bronzer. And the Black Radiance is a little bit more powdery than the Morphe. The Morphe's a little creamier than the Black Radiance one. But I still love both of them. I've been using both of them, and I especially love using it with like a stippling brush like this. This one's actually by e.l.f. I love this with those two bronzers, but because those bronzers are super pigmented, and when you go in with a brush like this, you're gonna get a lot less product on your brush. And when you blend it in, you're gonna get more of a diffused look instead of like a streak of bronzer on your cheeks. So I've really been loving both of those bronzers with this brush. So the next bronzer I wanna mention is the one by No7. This is the shade Caramel. This one is a very light type of bronzer. It's not as dark as the other two that I just showed you. It's super light on the skin, but it's still very beautiful and bronzy, but it's not real bronzy. You know what I mean? It just adds that little tint of color that you want. So this is it right here. As you can see, it is a lot lighter, but I still love it. I still think it's just really beautiful on the skin. It's especially good for those days when you're not wearing a lot of makeup and you just want a slight tint to the skin without looking too made up. This bronzer does that. So really loving this bronzer. I'm so glad No7 came out with darker shades in their bronzer because I did try the lighter one and it didn't work as well on me as this one did. So the next product I want to mention is not a bronzer, but it's close to it, but it's more of a contour, and it's the Colorful Contour by Sephora. This is the packaging here. It's actually in the shade First Touch. As you guys can see, this is more of a cool tone. It's not very bronzy. It's just good for contouring. Even though it looks really cool toned and it looks dark in the pan, it comes off really soft on the face. I actually did a video where I used this contour and I used this fluffy brush. I think these two go hand in hand. I love the contour that this gives me because it's a really soft contour. It's not one of those like chiseled looks. It contours my forehead well. It defines everything. It just does a really good job for contouring. This product is super soft. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys so you guys can see the shade. That's it right there. See all the bronzers and that one? That's more of a contour shade. I've never really been into like some major cool tone contouring. I've always contoured with like a warmer shade, but this one has actually been different for me. I'm really surprised that I like this shade, and I'm really surprised with the way the contour comes out. So yeah, been loving both of these. All right guys, I have a few more products and then I'm done. The next thing I have are some blushes. Two of the blushes are by Glossier. One of them is in the shade Dusk and the other one is in Storm. I have used these as well in a video and I really love it. I have had a lot of issues in the past with cream blushes. I really feel like they don't show up on me or they kind of break my makeup up. And these actually don't do that. They look really beautiful on the skin with or without foundation. They blend in beautifully and they have great pigmentation to them. So a little goes a long way with these cream blushes. But I'm gonna blend them both out so you guys can see what shades I'm talking about. This is Dusk and this is Storm. And both of them are really pretty. Storm looks a little dark, but once you blend it in, and I'll show you, it leaves a berry type shade to the skin. And then I'll blend out Storm. And then I blended out Storm, and as you can see, Storm's more of a peachy nude shade. But you can also use these together, like blend them together, and you'll get a different shade when blending them together. These are actually called the Cloud Paints, and they're by Glossier. Really good products. So glad that I picked these up. And I'm especially gonna love those like for summer months when I just wanna add just a tinge of color. Those are gonna be perfect for that. The next blush that I wanna show you, I actually have on today, and it's the NARS Illicit blush. So this is what the shade looks like. I remember when I was looking for this blush, I could not find it anywhere. It was completely sold out everywhere, and I ended up getting it at my Nordstrom's. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I have been loving it ever since. But this is the shade right here. It's more of like a peachy nude shade. Really pretty, and it does have some sheen to it, not too much, but a little bit. And like I said, it is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. Just really beautiful. I am so impressed with all the NARS blushes that I've purchased lately. I really feel like the formula is way different. It doesn't seem as chalky as the old ones. It's also a little bit more pigmented and easier to blend than the older ones to me. So really been loving this NARS Illicit, one of my favorite shades out of the new NARS blushes. So now let me go into lips. I have been loving the KK Beauty lip liners. When I purchased these products from KK Beauty, the lipsticks and the lip liners, I knew they were going to be some of my favorite lipsticks and lip liners because every single lipstick I've tried or lip liner I've tried from this brand has been super creamy and super easy to apply. So two of her products that I've been using a lot are the number 1.5 and the number 2 in her lip liners. The one I have on today is number 2. That's probably my most favorite out of the two, but I still have been using both of them a lot. So yeah, I have number 2 on today, but I've been loving these guys. If you guys haven't tried her KK Beauty lip liners or lipsticks, I would definitely try them, especially now that Ulta might be coming out with a 20% off coupon soon. They do have these at Ulta and they're pretty affordable. So let me show you what the shades look like so you guys will see the difference. So that one is the 1.5 and that one is the 2. As you can see, the 1.5 is just slightly lighter than the 2, but yeah, I love them both. Now with those lip liners, one lipstick that I have been using with them nonstop is the LA Girl Nudie lipstick. The packaging looks like this, and this is the shade here. That's it right there. And it looks really, really pretty with those liners. And I especially love the packaging of this because it has a magnetic top. And I think that's pretty cool for a drugstore lipstick, especially one that's so affordable. Normally you don't see that. Normally you see that with all the high-end lipsticks. But yeah, this one is super creamy. It has a little bit of sheen to it. And it just looks really beautiful on the lips, and it doesn't dry my lips out. Another lipstick that doesn't dry my lips out that I've been loving is this one by Revlon. It's a matte lipstick in Heartbreaker. The packaging is really beautiful. It has like a velvet packaging. I still have the stickers on there. I haven't taken them off. But this is Heartbreaker right here. I did a spring lip video using this, and I used it with the lip liner by Urban Decay called Jilted. This is it right here. But I'm going to swatch both of them so that you can see how well they go together. So here's the lip liner next to the lipstick, but I think this is such a beautiful shade for spring and summer, and it brightens up the face. You know, it gives that little vibrancy to your lips. So yeah, I've been loving those lip products. They've been some really good lip products. And then as you guys know, I lost all my lash extensions. And I have been using like new lash so that I can grow my lashes out, and they have been growing really nicely, so I'm really excited about that. But I have been playing around a lot with lashes. I have bought lashes from Kiss, I bought some from Ardell, I bought some from LA Colors, and I want to show you the ones that I really, really love. Now the first ones are the LA Colors 3D Faux Mink Lashes. These are some of my all-time favorites, and I think I only paid $3.50 for these. But they're so beautiful. They have that flared out look, which kind of opens my eyes and kind of lifts them. So I really like these. Another one are the Kiss Luxe Extensions. I don't have them here because I have used these like 6 times, and I put mascara on them, and I've used them throughout the videos that I've been filming, so I don't have them with me. I'll put a picture here so you guys can see what they look like. But those are some of my favorite lashes that I've tried. The ones I have on today aren't my favorite just yet. These are the Page Boy ones. I'm missing one because it fell. I don't know where it is, but these are the Page Boy ones. These are the ones I have on today, but these are not part of my favorites just yet because I'm trying them today, but I think they look really pretty. I did put mascara on them today. They look fluttery and wispy, so I really like that about them. But yeah, I wanted to mention my favorites for the lashes that I've been using. I don't use those lashes like when I go to work or just to be here around the house. I've actually only used them for filming. So yeah, it's taking me a little time to get used to the lashes. I'm still practicing. I'm still trying to get it down, you know, to where I can just pop them on and be done. But either way, it's been so much fun trying new lashes and seeing which ones I like and which ones I don't like. It's just been really fun. I've really been enjoying it. And I want to mention the glues that I've been using. One of them is the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive, and the other one is the Duo Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive. This one's in clear. This one's also in clear. But I will say that I love the Duo more. So the Duo is part of my favorites because I love the fact that this is formaldehyde free and it keeps my lashes on my eyes. They don't fall off. They don't pop off. They stay on really well with this Duo glue. So yeah, this is another one of my favorites. Love that glue for placing my lashes on my eyes. And the last thing I want to mention is this Morphe Mattifying Continuous Setting Mist. This is a really good product, guys. If you guys want that look where your makeup looks really soft and matte and your makeup stays on all day, this is the product you want to get, because when I put this on my face, you instantly see my face mattify. I mean, it is instant. It doesn't even need time to like set. It just looks really matte, but it doesn't look flat. It looks very soft. It just really gives a beautiful finish to my makeup. So really been loving this. I can't wait to use it like during the summer months when it's really hot outside to really put it through the test. But so far it's super amazing. So yeah guys, that's it for my April favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really glad that I finally got this out and I got to share these products with you guys. I appreciate y'all. Take care, be safe, be healthy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.